10 seconds.
Best of luck.
Can I get a fly check?
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
3.
They're Branniger and the Hawk.
Hey, little buddy, wanna ride?
Pikachu!
Whatever. Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll be right back.
When can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all.
On down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you're seeing octopus in the neighborhood, surfing on a sound wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at your intestine, take your second right past Mars on the magic school bus.
Hello, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views on all the episodes I must review. I cannot believe this. I just don't believe this. Okay, after 4 years of being the Loud House Critic, I've gone from some really good episodes to mediocre episodes to meh to don't give a rat's ass to so much atrocious, hateable episodes. And I clearly finished seasons 1, 2, and 4, and only have one episode left from season 3 and a bunch of more episodes for season 5, 6, and 7. And today's Loud House episode is actually from season 5, and I can't believe this shit is actually starting to happen now. You're probably asking, what the fuck you bitching about, Critic? I'll tell you what it is. No bus, no fuss. The 13th episode from season 5, clearly, and the 212th episode. I cannot believe I'm actually doing a Lincoln and Friends episode. And man, is this one a bad one. There have been negatives and negatives and negatives with this one. As bad as Lincoln was being a lazy prick with What Would Lincoln Do, and Clyde was actually being a selfish prick and flying solo. And I just don't believe that Andrew Brooks actually wrote this piece of shit. Okay, I need to get myself together and just get down to the review and just get to why it's better off riding the magic school bus.
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you're seeing octopus in the neighborhood, surfing on a sound wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at your intestine, take your second right past Mars on the magic school bus. Navigate a nostril, climb on the magic school bus. Spank a plankton too. On our magic school bus, raft a river of lava on the magic school bus.
Where's Lincoln? We're going to miss the bus.
It is precisely 7:31 a.m., which means Lincoln will misplace his backpack in 3, 2...
Where'd I put my backpack?
How the fuck is this kid not even preparing himself for the next day of school? Hell, even myself, when I have to get ready for school and get ready for work, I make sure my backpack is in the exact same place where it needs to be at. I make my lunch at night and keep it in the refrigerator. And not to mention, I do sleep in my jeans at night sometimes, depending on the weather. It shouldn't be too hard for him.
Followed by a hasty breakfast.
Lincoln, your burrito and OJ.
Give me a second. I suggest you move 3 steps to your right.
Shit, what are you, a mind reader, Dr. Lisa? I think you should have actually been in those Twilight movies. Then again, maybe not. It's bad enough to have Lisa be a mind reader, and for her to think what's on these people's minds, especially Lori's.
Yes! I suggest you not get too attached to that burrito.
Huh?
Yoink!
What? Hey!
Snooze you lose, stinking!
Ready?
What the fuck did I tell you about that word?
Don't make me hurt you.
Son of a bitch!
I'm gonna blow so many holes in you, your guts will be leaking lead.
Lynn, what are you doing? Track just started, baby. I'll be getting my sprint on to school for the rest of the season. I'll see you chumps later.
Remember what I said in last week's review about Lynn being axed out of this story? Well, here we go.
Seatbelts, everyone!
Looking good, Ernie. Love the new beaded seat.
I'm welling up with tears.
Morning, Lincoln. What's up?
Hey, everybody. Finally Friday.
Did you say Friday? This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright.
Am I right? Or should I say fry-yay? This girl knows what I'm talking about.
I do know what he's talking about.
You betray the law!
Yeah, you don't, do you? Those highlights in your hair are so bright they glow when you're lying.
Oh, Lincoln, I always love your early morning stink.
Huh? That's okay. I guess I'll just sit in the back to yay.
Uh-oh!
And there's no reason that you can actually sit on that spring. It's not gonna bounce you up onto the ceiling. You're not in the 100-acre wood. But he goes to the back seat anyway, and whenever you're on a school bus all the way in the back, there's always trouble.
What do you think you're doing, 6th grader?
8th graders. Look at these dum-dums. Bet you a nickel they're gonna be the antagonists of this episode.
Having a little pulp-free OJ. Or should I say, oh yay?
Oh, yeah! Hit him with that trilogy!
As your financial advisor, I suggest...
Shut the fuck up!
No, he meant, why are you sitting in our seat?
And there it is. What is it with 8th graders picking on 6th graders?
Let me explain something to you, little man. See this line? 8th graders in the back and babies in the front. Wah.
Show your friends here what you're made of. Show them who you really are.
Oof. Well, no problems here. I'll just, get out of your way.
And to think you would have think this would have been done and over with, but what could be WORST?
Oops. Sorry. Let me get that for you.
Don't apologize to them. These are 8th graders.
Idiot.
Was it clockwise, scrubbing, or counterclockwise?
Keep your temper.
Shit, why has Lincoln always got to make things worse on himself?
Lincoln, use the stain removing pen.
Huh?
Oops, I guess that was a marker.
Damn it, Bella. Wait, did I just say Bella? Oh, I mean, damn it, Stella.
Soak up some of the OJ with the bread for my sandwich.
You guys are not helping. Now you tell me how smart you have to be to use fucking common sense. But as bad as Andrew Brooks writing this shit, they gotta spice stupid shit up even more.
Don't worry, Lincoln. Help is on the way. Old family secret. Cow manure can get out anything. Even the frown on a tipped-over cow.
I will admit, Liam did do something really stupid, but I gotta say, these 3 characters are already looking shitty. And yes, let's have a big laugh about this since this episode is already shit to begin with, till the very end.
Oh, What? It was horse manure for stains, cow manure for shingles.
Listen close, you pathetic fraud. This is my town. If I ever see you again, I will take your soul straight down to hell!
Thanks for trying to help me, guys. I guess it could have gone worse.
Worse? How could they get any worse? Andrew Brooks wrote this. We're at the threshold of hell right now. Not only do I feel sorry for Lincoln and his friends, I feel sorry for Andrew Brooks that he decided to take the helm and write this shit. Like, did he not read the script for himself and decided to reconsider a couple of scenes or two? Nope, they just gotta get the episode up and running so they can get so much more money since they're fucking desperate since they don't know what the fuck they're doing these days. But he does kind of redeem himself in season 6.
It took all afternoon and a pair of bolt cutters, but the fire department finally separated our wedgie. Now I know way too much about Rusty and his birthmark.
Good night, everybody.
Zach, what are you, gay? If you're not, then don't fucking stare at that. I wouldn't.
Ready to face those 8th graders again?
I don't think we have anything to worry about. I'm sure they've cooled off by now.
Well, as Oogie Boogie would say.
That's what you think. Ah! But you couldn't be more wrong.
You couldn't be more wrong.
You couldn't be more wrong.
So, not cooled off.
Not much to worry about, huh, Scooby Lincoln? And to think, during my first year at middle school, an 8th grader said, my parents should have drowned me when I was a baby. Because, you know, back in the old days, during France, whenever a family had their firstborn child, if they didn't look or act normal, they would throw them off the bridge. Am I the only one who feels shocked that someone actually would do that to their own child? What the fuck was wrong with folks back then? But that's besides the point. Now Lincoln and his Freckle gang are trying to figure out a different way how they can get to school.
Can't hoof it. It's too far.
And bikes are out. I outgrew mine. Must be that growth spurt I just hit.
Hey. What if we ask our parents to drive us to school? They could each take a different day.
I sure hope you're meeting your own parents and not trying to ride all together. Because that'd be totally fucked up. In so many ways that you got 5 guys and 1 girl riding all together.
That's a no-go. My parents leave super early every morning. My mom has work and my dad has hot yoga.
Are we ever gonna see Stella's folks ever? I mean, not to mention the fact that we actually saw her mom in Stall Monitor.
I'm going to whack me off a piece of that.
But are we ever gonna see the entire family, especially her grandmother? Again, still waiting for a good episode with Nana Gill, her grandmother, and Myrtle.
It still leaves 5 sets of parents, which is enough for the week. All right, it's settled. We start on Monday.
No, wait! I'll call the fire department.
I cannot believe they all wear the same underwear. And to think Stella's was actually gonna be pink.
You get out of here, you hear me? Never look back! You are dead to us!
Oh, sorry, I'd rather ride my bike to school instead of riding in that.
Thanks for making a total stranger feel like a total stranger.
Good morning.
Shh! Keep your voice down. You'll scare away the alien life form.
I smell a bozo. I know I told him all parents are nuts, but man, his parents are freaks!
You got that right.
The dog walker?
Don't be absurd. The Cocker Spaniel.
Hey, that's a dirty word. Don't say that in a kid's show. How would you know it's a male or female?
Survey says...
Whoa. Damn it. This usually works.
Good night!
Zach, can you do something? We're gonna be late.
I think my parents might be onto something, though.
That's it. Who thought this was a good idea? I mean, come on.
You know, Zach's a really great kid. I'm not exactly sure why he'd be useful for the Freckle gang, but it's definitely not brains. And speaking of no-brainers...
Huh?
Okay, this is not really that too bad. Because honestly, I've seen tractor riding in parades, and I've seen them down in the street before. And it's kind of crazy how some people would use a tractor to get to work. Myself, I used a General Lee electric bike.
Making their way, the only way they know how.
You kids don't mind sitting on the rutabagas. sick again? Never mind. She's doing better.
Yeah, survey says...
Oh, he's just yakking on a bone. He got it up.
Oh yeah, and remember the no-brainer that I mentioned earlier? Well, here he is now.
There I was, a young salesman fresh out of textile school, torn between my two loves, rayon and polyester.
He tells us one a lot.
Are you fucking kidding me? There's someone who's fucked both of you?
Shit, no wonder you got divorced. Decided to hit on some other girls. And now you got a father who brainwashes his own son. You might as well teach him to be a male stripper.
I don't think so.
Ha-cha! A potential sale. Kids, grab a rack and don't take no for an answer.
Can't see nothing through this smoke.
Soak into your pores, kids. Sir, I'm about to introduce you to the new you.
Much to my deep regret.
Next!
This is not gonna work.
Where are you going? We're training.
I'm a Sullivan.
That's not enough.
Can't be too careful carrying 6 precious angels.
Angels? Shit, are you kidding me? You think the devil was through when he got done with Rosemary's Baby? If so, goodbye to you and enjoy the afterlife down there.
Dad, are we ever gonna go?
Just one last safety precaution. Okay, kids, hold on tight.
Nope, sorry, fuck this. And with all the excitement I forgot to ask, why the fuck are they actually doing this shit now? They never did this before. Not even when they were taking Clyde to school or picking him up from school. I don't know, they had to write stupid shit in here just to make us feel the pain.
God damn!
Finally, one normal ride.
Wow, kid, you really need to stop sucking on your mom's melons. What? You tell me what's normal these days. I can't see a single damn thing normal. Even the whole economy has gone to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, the rules don't apply to you. Go ahead, Your Majesty.
And that includes you, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry, the way she projected that, I have to bring this clip in. I don't know, I just find it so hilarious when a female says Your Majesty. Cause it sounds like they have more sarcasm than Michael Bay.
Hey, move it!
Oh, great, Mr. Bullhoffner.
Kid, don't be afraid. You have nothing to worry about. But as bad as carpooling is happening to the Freckle gang, they gotta find a better transportation as if it couldn't get bad enough for them. But there's something about this I'll talk about in a minute when we get to the final part of this episode.
All we have to do is take the A bus to the Q, switch to the magenta line, cross over to the 17, but only if it's a local. Then it's a straight shot to school.
Who are we talking about?
Let's just begin.
Hey, how's it hanging, Zach? Think you might confiscate for something?
Oh, shit.
Survey says...
That's what I call taking the helicopter for a spin.
Rat! It's bad enough she has to foil our plans because you always have to make some smart-ass comment.
Phew, guys, we did it. I think this bus takes us right to school. Huh? Oh, dang it.
Survey says...
You dick!
You would have to be a complete motherfucking idiot to not know what the fuck you're doing. You think Andrew Brooks was a dumbass back in season 5? Take a look at the guy who directed The Taunting Hour and you can see the similarities with both of these two.
Okay, this plan I feel really good about.
No! Fuck no, 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 no! Hell no! If you think you're getting a ride from Flip this way, we're gonna skip this whole entire thing. No way. I'd rather be swimming in a pool full of killer whales than ride with this guy. That is not safe looking. Yeah, say what the fuck you even want to say about me skipping this, because it's bad enough to look at, and plus it's Flip. Would you be better off riding in that damn piece of shit, or would you be riding off in Lola's Princess Jeep?
Hey, check it out.
I'm cool. Quite a sight.
Excuse me?
So that's how you want to play it, old man?
Oh.
Wait, the 8th graders are wedging you now?
Thank you. Ever since you guys stopped taking the bus, they started picking on the rest of us.
You bunch of rip-off jagoffs. Picking on other younger kids smaller than yourselves? Seriously, those three need a life.
They're creeps. They have no life.
Well, guess it's our turn again.
I'm not even gonna ask how the fuck they even managed to do that. And how is the bus driver not even addressing the problem with these three of what they're doing to the other students on the bus? Did they suddenly threaten the actual bus driver? And made him feel more like a pussy that he can't even stand up to himself and all the other students? What is this Loud House universe coming to? And the biggest criticism I have to say about this episode, what happened to Lisa, Lana, Lucy, and Lola? Did they get bullied as well too? If that was so, they could have actually helped out Lincoln and the Freckle Gang. Then again, it would have been Lincoln and the Freckle Gang actually helping them out. Because if his younger sisters were beaten up by these bullies, this would have gone too far for Lincoln and would have got Lynn's help for this one. But bullshit, they had to axe her out of this one because, you know, Lynn won't do something to actually help Lincoln. I know we're actually in season 5 and somehow this is way earlier, right before it became Dista Cook. But seriously, that girl could have been so much handful, even if it was her young sisters that actually got bullied by these common freaks. But I'll put more criticism in this one later.
Well, well, well. Look who's back for more.
Oh, now you're dead.
You just sealed your fate!
Oh, he stepped over the line. You know, as Captain Mulligan once said,
the white-haired kid's not giving up. Get this on camera!
Then again, why was this not his character before? Flaminizing derailment never goes away.
Looks like someone forgot the rules of the bus. Babies in the front.
Let's remind this twerp how things work back here.
This stage just got a little more interesting.
No, you can't tell me where to sit anymore.
All these good folks here believe your little stories, don't they? Why, they believe you're just a stone killer, don't they? Seems these folks trust you. They think you're gonna save their little town. They think you're gonna save their little souls. But we know better, don't we?
Like you can stop us all by your puny self.
Actually, I'm not by myself.
Huh?
We're all gonna die.
We're tired of being bullied by you.
And together, we don't have to be afraid anymore.
It only takes one bullet. You ain't got the nerve. Try me.
Just like, take it easy.
Whatever.
Not bad. And you're so brave.
That was it? No justified punishment for these three? They're just gonna get away without paying the fine? Come on, Nickelodeon, you guys can do fucking better than that.
Honey, the parking brake!
Jesus Christ!
You know, good help from supportive parents are so hard to find these days. Even if the population has more adults than kids. It's like the 20th Century Fox all over again.
Rusty, did you just? Told ya. Growth spurt.
What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
No fucking words. That was so fucking odd. So that was No Bus, No Fuss.
Come on, come on.
Bland, bland, bland. Do I even need to repeat myself of what the fuck the problems are with this episode? There was a whole lot of missed opportunities that should have been better for this episode, especially when I'm one of the people who have a kind of dislike for the Freckle Gang episodes. But there are a few things I can actually kind of relate to this one. Especially when there was a time I used to be one of those kids who was harassed so much on a bus just because so many kids didn't understand the aspects of being autistic. Yeah, I know there was an important message to this episode, especially when Lincoln and his pals actually stood up against those bus bullies. But the execution is very poor and it's very not that interesting, especially when there were so many cringeworthy parts. But there were so many things that could have made this episode so much better. Maybe I would have gave this a higher rating. First problem with the bus driver, how he couldn't even address the problem that there were 3 bullies on the bus picking on their younger kids, especially when Lincoln and the gang were not even riding the bus. It makes me feel like every adult in this universe is such a pussy. And Lincoln and the Freckle gang actually carpooling with their parents, that was a bit too dumb. It's like they couldn't even get to school their separate ways besides trying to ride all together. Especially with the McBride's part about how they bubble wrap their entire car up. Why the fuck would they even need to do that? They never did that before. But my biggest criticism that I would have to go to Lynn, Lola, Lana, Lisa, and Lucy. It was really stupid. Seeing how the first time Lincoln and his Freckle gang actually got harassed by the bullies in the first time. But when they decided to go carpooling, Lucy, Lisa, Lana, and Lola decided to get on the bus when Lincoln avoided getting on the bus. And when all the other kids were telling Lincoln and the gang that ever since they stopped taking the bus, they started harassing them instead. Whatever happened to Lola, Lana, Lisa, and Lucy? I mean, did they get harassed by these bullies too? I mean, what happened there? Not even Rita was actually telling Lincoln about this situation, if she even knew about it. And for Lynn, on the other hand, was such poorly written to actually write her out of this episode just because of a stupid little event, when she could have been so much helpful with this episode, like how she was a diss to cook. I know that episode was further later after this episode, but seriously, Lynn would have been so much helpful if she knew about these 3 bullies that were actually riding the bus, especially if they were harassing her friends too. She would have gone Judge Dredd on their asses, and it would have been a great opportunity to see Lynn, Lucy, Lisa, Lola, Lana standing up with Lincoln and the Freckle gang and all the other kids on the bus. And those 3 antagonist bullies, they didn't even get justified so much in the end. All they did was sit down back in the seat and say, yeah, whatever. I mean, seriously, there's no punishment and no forcing them to actually be expelled or anything? Come on, people, there's so much you can actually justify. Even Disney has their ways of getting rid of the antagonists. And I still think the ending of the Loud House movie was just as bad as this ending is. It's stupid and pretty much likely forgettable, since there's barely so much I even remember when I watched this episode, when clearly I was just feeling so much agonizing pain from season 5's episodes. I'd rather be watching a Simpsons episode that actually this better in season 1. If you were a victim of a bully on a bus, then you can practically skip this one if you don't want to be tortured some more, or at least be reminded of what happened to you back in your school year. This has been a Loud House Critic, and let's see what I can finish up for the end of July before I start Lori Loud month.
In the loud house, duck, dodge, push and shove is how we show our love. In the loud house, gotta love mom and dad, but not going completely mad.
Modern solutions for age-old problems. Ow! Still working out the kinks.
You know you have to